Welcome back to the StuPod podcast. Yeah.
You forgot what it was called again, didn't you?
Hi, and welcome back to the StuPod podcast, where it's just stupid, everything's improv, and
What do you mean welcome back?
this is episode 1. Hello, I am your host, Chase, with my other 2 co-hosts.
Hi, I am other 2 co-hosts. I am Nate. I like to play checkers in the rain.
Hi, I am other co-host, Jacob.
Nice to meet you, Jacob and Nate. We're going to start this off with our complaint of the week. We'll just, relax, unwind, and we'll just have a lot of fun here. So, Jacob, what is your complaint for this week?
Okay, so toilet paper, right? Everyone uses toilet paper, and everyone's had to use toilet paper that was mounted, into the toilet paper holder by another person, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So, everyone knows, there's the spare roll on the toilet. You use the roll on the holder, you replace it, you throw away the old cardboard, you put on the replacement roll, and you bring in the replacement roll, right?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Droning on, point is, this week someone didn't throw away the cardboard roll, didn't replace the replacement, and they put the roll back on the holder upside down. That's right, they did it with the paper coming out under the roll and not over the roll. That, my friends, unforgivable.
You know what they say, we want beards, not mullets.
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Okay, Nate, what is your complaint for this week?
Okay, so my complaint of the week. You know what? I'm having a good week.
You having a good week? What about the C++? How's that going?
Hey, we don't talk about the cut take.
Okay, so for my complaint, it would be my roommate. He's a great person, but he snores really bad. It's a little worse. So his sister came over one time and was like, "Hey, how badly does he snore?" And I was trying to be the nice, polite guy. I was like, "You know what? He doesn't snore that bad." And she looks at me, dead faced, and is like, "Oh no, I know how bad he snores. I'm just asking you, can you handle it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can handle it. I just lose 2 hours of sleep every night." And it's so bad. I wake up at 2, but we also have a hamster named Larry, and they're nocturnal, and he's just inside of his hamster cage, and it's just, there's so much noise in my dorm, it's annoying.
We have something similar to that, except for his name is Henry, and he's not a hamster, he's just a human being.
How is he so?
Okay, so everyone's got homework that's due at midnight, and they do it at midnight, right? Or they start it at, before midnight, and then they finish up at midnight. Henry, when he's got an assignment due on the 7th at midnight, well, he will be working on it on the 7th at 11:30. He will be working on it on the 8th at, 12:30 a.m. He will be working on it on the 8th at 3 a.m.
Inside of your dorm?
Yep.
That sucks.
Keep in mind, the assignment was due 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So his efforts are null and void.
Well, some of them are just worth minus 10%. Also, sometimes he does go to a study room, and then he comes back loudly. He comes back loudly.
He comes back loudly.
Comebacks loudly?
Hey,
What did you insult him?
The next part of the pod is the quote of the week.
I think you're not giving it justice. It's the quote of the week!
It's the quote of the week.
Bump. Okay, so Nate, what is our quote of this week?
The quote of the week is from a dear friend of mine. It is, "Yeah, I'd stab a kid for an apple."
Okay, so looking at this quote, is it really about the apple or is it about the kid?
I think it's just about the action of trying to create something unexpected. Have you heard, "Yeah, I'd stab a kid for an apple" before?
I've never heard that in my entire
I think
life.
it's about selfishness and apathy. Tell us in the comments below, would you stab a kid for an apple?
We actually don't have comments because we're on Spotify.
Yes,
So
I know that.
do it anyways. Find a way to do it. Hack the website.
Email us if you would stab a kid for an apple.
The email has not been created yet, so that'll be for the
It
next
will be by the
episode.
time this episode is published.
Okay, the next part of the pod, the StuPod, is gonna be a game. We are going to be playing the Newly Podcast host game, but it's nothing like the Newlywed Show because it's just completely different. We will have our friend here, Nate, and he will be asking me questions and our co-host Jacob, and he will answer us. He will give us questions. Both of us will answer at the same time. We'll write them on our phones, and whoever gets the most questions right wins nothing. So, Nate, would you like to give us our first question?
We're going to start this off with an easy one. Anyone who knows me will get this one.
Okay.
What is my favorite color?
I was thinking about
I
this.
got it.
All right. Wyatt, what is my favorite color?
Well, that's how this works. Okay, I'll take time to talk about the rules while Chase is still
I have
answering.
the answer.
Okay, so basically we go until we both have the answer, and then we both reveal what we wrote. I wrote orange.
I said lime green.
Okay. Who thinks they got it right?
Well, I
Nate,
know
answer
you were.
is-
I know you were a neon kid.
Yes, but a specific kind of
I'm
neon.
sure it was orange.
It was neon orange.
Yeah!
Let's give a point to Wyatt.
You mean Jacob. Oh, by the way, don't bother learning my name. It'll be different every time.
Let's give it up for Daniel.
Hey, we don't talk about the cut take.
All right. The next question. Another easy one. What do I spend way too much money on?
This is easy. I got this on the
This
back
one
of my
is
head.
easy.
That does not work on the Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Okay, that's also easy.
I got it as well. Okay, I'm done. I have my answer.
All right, I
All
have
right.
my answer as well. All right, we show each other. I guess we just verify it.
We
Yep,
both said
we both said
Transformers.
Transformers. You love converting AC voltages.
I
Yep,
said
absolutely.
Transformer action figure. Do I get extra bonus points?
No,
Well, he
No.
hasn't even said the answer yet.
I said Transformers.
It is Transformers,
Woo!
but I do spend it on other Transformers merch periodically,
So
which
can
is
I
why I will not give you an extra point.
Okay, so it's 2-1.
Yes.
Okay.
For those viewers at home or wherever you're listening to, car radio, speakers in a submarine, I don't know.
YouTube?
Jacob currently has 2 points and Chase has 1.
Don't worry, I'll come back,
All right.
Chase Gang.
I'll have one at the end though. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
All right. These beginner questions are going to be pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
What is my favorite music group?
I got it.
I got it.
Done.
Done.
Okay,
Lincoln Park.
Linkin Park.
that is correct. All right, now we're going to throw in a tricky one here.
Okay.
What is my favorite song by Linkin Park?
Okay, I'm just gonna, I'm just
No,
thinking. I'm
you can't
thinking,
do
I'm
that.
thinking- hey, I'm thinking. Okay.
You are
I do not
cheating.
expect either of you to get it. You know what?
Okay,
If you
I
get
have my answer.
He opened Spotify, by the way.
any of my top 5 will be accepted as correct.
Okay, I have my answer.
I have
Okay.
my answer.
Wyatt, what is your...
My answer is RIP IDK. I don't know the names of songs usually.
Okay.
I cannot name
I'm
one
sorry,
Linkin
I
Park
cannot
song.
accept that answer.
I cheated and I went into Spotify. I said "Numb" by Linkin Park.
That is not correct.
You just clicked one Linkin Park song?
The correct answer is Sharp Edges.
I would never have gotten it.
I have never heard that song title.
That's... If you're listening on Spotify, you should go check the song out after the end. You don't want to stay... You want to stay tuned for this riveting questions. Okay. This is one personal to me,
Okay.
I guess. What is the name of my latest girlfriend? Or my ex?
Okay, I have the answer. Come on, Jacob.
I'm gonna say I have no clue, so I'm just gonna say Jacob.
I know that she's at KU. Is her name Liz?
No.
Darn it.
For reasons as not to dox her, I'm not going to tell you.
Wow, how
It
very
is-
satisfying for our listeners.
It is not Liz or Jacob.
So it's still 2-1. How many
Absolutely.
more questions do we have here, Nate?
I think we have about 7 more questions.
That's a
7
lot
more questions. We'll do the rapid fire.
Okay. Alright. Question 1. My freshman year of high school, 1 through 5, which bass drum did I play?
Ding.
Chase?
1.
7.
That is a point for Chase.
2 to 2.
Second one. Which state was I born in?
Ding.
Chase?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Okay. Question 3.
Was that right or wrong?
That was correct.
Okay.
Question 3. What did I accidentally embed into my head as a child?
I've not been told this story, but I have an answer.
I have a guess as well.
Wyatt, what's your
Was it stupid?
No.
Is it Legos?
Yes.
Let's go! Chase getting in the lead, 4 to 3. Can we hear the story?
This feels rigged.
You know what? Yeah, I think we got time because I need to think of something for the questions anyways. Alright, so I was like 7 at the time, and my room was clear because my mom just told me to. You know when you have to clean your room as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, except for like one Lego on the floor for some reason.
One singular Lego.
Yep. I was sitting in a chair and using my infinite, 7-year-old wisdom, I threw myself on the ground because I had to pick up the one Lego. But I ended up, smacking my face onto the floor. So I smacked my face straight onto this Lego. And when it was removed, you could, physically put another stud on top of the mark in my head.
So you were Lego compatible.
I was. I am probably one of the first, if not the first, human-compatible Lego pieces.
Is this why I call you such a stud?
No, that's because of my massive... Anyways.
What is the next 3 questions to finish out this round?
Okay. What is my favorite Pokemon?
Ding! Lugia.
No. Jacob, you have 5 seses.
5 seconds.
Longer than you usually take.
It's,
Time!
I don't know.
Next question.
It was Torterra.
Oh, I probably
I knew
should
that.
guess.
I knew that.
The next question is... And that's the game!
Wow.
I won 4 to 3.
I hope that cut wasn't too abrupt. Now it's time for our next segment. Okay, so questions no one bothered to ask. It's one of our question segments. Basically, we ask a question.
What is our question this week that
This
no one
week,
bothered to
The
ask?
question we will be answering is, how many burgers could Dwayne Johnson eat in one day?
Okay.
Okay, in one day, not one sitting?
No, not one sitting, one whole day, and let's just assume he is as motivated as possible.
Okay.
Can we also assume that he's going to stay up for 24 hours?
Is he on the toilet?
He is doing everything in his power. Let's say he earns $1 billion per burger eaten in a day.
Okay, no, but is he able to use the bathroom? Because that is
Yes.
precious burger eating time.
He's able to do anything that would normally be within his power.
According to Google, Dwayne The Rock Johnson weighs 260 pounds. So, he has a lot of area to be eating.
Okay.
He used to be a fat guy. So,
He stays fit. He knows how to work out. He knows how to burn calories.
this is just going to be a bulk up session, pretty much.
Okay. But I believe that he could eat, as many as possible, but, a certain amount of sodium from the burgers will kill him. So what constitutes a burger?
Well, also, what constitutes eating? Because, could he just, Roman banquet, throw it all up, eat more, throw it up? I don't think that's allowed.
He has to completely digest it. It has to come out one way, and it has to come out the other way.
Or
So the
remain in
burgers
his
have
body.
to stay in for them to count.
It just has to stay in for that day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, I think to make it all fairness, we're just going to use one McDonald's burger as the baseline.
Are
for
we going to
one
have
burger.
it hamburger or
Default
cheeseburger?
McDonald's cheeseburger?
Default McDonald's cheeseburger.
Okay.
Okay.
How many calories is the default McDonald's cheeseburger? Actually, no, that's probably the wrong question. Because calories is for nourishing him.
Mhm.
That's how much nourishment
much
you need
sodium?
per day. We're talking how much can he fit.
Yes. Okay. So the McDonald's cheeseburger contains 745 milligrams of sodium per burger. And
Burger?
According to this study, As an adult, your stomach has a capacity of about 2.5 ounces when empty and relaxed. It can also expand to hold about 1 quart of food. So how many burgers is 1 quart of food?
Well, also, Dwayne the Rock Johnson has an enhanced stomach to support his caloric needs.
That's also true.
Also, I haven't really seen a default McDonald's cheeseburger put in a blender before. So I don't know exactly how much it would take in like dissolved liquid form.
Okay, so 1 liquid quart is 57.75 cubic inches.
Wow. How helpful.
So if we can figure out, like, if we take a burger and smush it, how many inches would that be? And then we can just figure out the mass, and we can figure out how much he can truly withstand in
I
his
feel
stomach.
like we should just like figure out how much an average person could eat, or let's figure out how many Nate could eat, and then let's just like scale it up to, let's just say Dwayne Johnson could eat like based on weights.
Nate, how much could you eat in a single sitting?
Okay, if you ate as many as you could in the morning, how many could you eat that evening?
I think I could probably eat 20 in one sitting.
20?
30 maybe.
That's a lot.
I think 25 is a good area. So if he has 25, how long do you think that would take? Probably an hour? A full 25 for an hour?
That gives him like about 3 minutes a burger. So I don't think we're limited by time. I think we're limited by like how much you can fit in your stomach, and then how much your stomach can like process and get out to make room for more.
So if you could eat 25 an hour, that would be 600 burgers. And I think Dwayne could do a little bit more.
I don't think a human could eat 600 burgers in a day. Like, you eat 25 burgers, your stomach isn't just done with that in an hour.
Okay, let's scale it back to, like, do you think he could be able to do 400 burgers?
No.
300 burgers?
I think Dwayne Johnson could probably eat like 35 for breakfast, 25 for lunch, and then he could finish strong, find like the room for 40 for dinner after like a lot of working out. And then let's just say he makes room and can fit in 10 more by the time like the day has ended, because we're not like, whatever production crew would be tracking this wouldn't track him until midnight or whatever. So
you're saying this question will never be answered until Dwayne The Rock Johnson really does it. So
Well-
Dwayne, if you're listening, send us an email.
I'm
Okay.
saying 100 burgers. That's my final answer.
100 burgers. I think we
100.
can
Okay.
do more.
Using the sodium math. So I googled how much sodium was in a basic McDonald's burger. They put 745 milligrams, and if 0.75 grams to 3 grams per kilogram in the human body, Dwayne The Rock Johnson weighs 115 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
So using math, we can determine that the amount that he would need 0.175 kilograms of salt in his body to make him over the threshold that a human can take. And if we multiply that by the amount of milligrams of sodium in a McDonald's burger, that leads us to the conclusion of 231.54 potential burgers that he could...
231.
Yes, that is the maximum sodium limit. Not based upon stomach capacity, but any more would kill him.
Okay.
Well, we didn't specify that he has to survive the day.
By that component, does he have to physically put it in his mouth?
Yes, he has to.
Okay, that's a bit morbid. I think he has to be the one to do the eating. We can't just like fill his corpse with.
Because if we're doing that, then
That's not eating. That is filling.
And that was our question that no one bothered to ask, but we still answered it.
The answer is 100 to 231 burgers
Somewhere in there,
that Dwayne The Rock Johnson could eat in one day.
probably.
Our next game that we are going to play within breaks is the 20 question game. But I have come up with a question. I have come up with something, and my two co-hosts, Nate and Jacob, gets to ask 10 questions each. They are working as a team, and I can only say maybe using different tones. So I could do maybe, to try and lead them on to what this thing is truly is. So, I have come up with something. Nate, would you like to ask your first question?
Is it living?
Maybe.
No.
Okay. Standard. Is it larger than a bread box?
Maybe.
Okay. You're shaking your head a little bit. I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Okay, I
Bread
won't.
box.
That's like the standard 20 questions. Okay, let's just move on. Not living, not bigger than a bread box. He's gonna try to use his voice more than his face.
Can I use it in my house?
Maybe.
That felt pretty affirmative. Is it an electrical appliance?
Maybe.
Not electrical appliance.
Do I have it in this room as we speak? Okay, so it's not keys.
Maybe.
Ah, that one felt like a genuine maybe. Okay, is it made predominantly of plastic?
Maybe.
That felt somewhat affirmative.
Is it necessary to live?
Maybe.
No.
Is it something Nate has a lot of?
Maybe.
Okay, so he has a lot of it. Nate, I think you know. I think we're ready to make some guesses.
Is it an amiibo?
Maybe.
Oh gosh, we have to guess a specific amiibo with 20 questions?
Is that the question?
No, that's just like we've been set a monumental task. For the audio listeners here, Nate has a lot of amiibo, like 60. And we have how many questions left?
4, I think. I'm not counting. 5. We'll go with 5.
Okay, so it's not 20 questions, it's the amount of questions that is necessary answered using only maybe.
We will do that.
That's what it always was.
Don't rewind and prove us wrong.
We could edit it, but
Nope.
nope. Okay. So is it from an official Nintendo franchise?
Maybe. Maybe.
Is it one of the idols or one of the civilians?
That's not a yes or no question.
Is it one of the idols?
Maybe.
That felt affirmative.
Is it Fry?
Maybe.
That's not an amiibo that exists. So no. Is it from the first Splatoon game?
Maybe.
Is it Callie?
Maybe. You guys are stuck a little bit. I will help you.
Okay, is it...
Nate does not own this.
Nate doesn't own it.
Correct.
Okay, I will ask once again, and I will ask for a more clear response. Is it one of the idols from Splatoon?
Maybe.
Okay, is it even an amiibo?
Maybe. Maybe.
Okay, so it is an amiibo. I don't own it?
Maybe.
Okay, there are 4 Splatoon idol amiibos, of which Nate owns 4. So, either we're wrong about it being a Splatoon idol, or...
I don't think it's a Splatoon idol.
I don't think it is.
Is it Big Man?
Maybe.
No. Because, like, the...
Also, surrender is an option. Because normally, like, 20 questions has that mercy built in. So, let's just say we lose. How about that?
Alright.
We lose.
It was Pac-Man. Not an amiibo. But it could be an amiibo.
Maybe an amiibo?
That was the issue.
Alright, now it's my turn.
We'll do one more attempt, but this time it's actually 20
Okay, this
questions.
time-
And we'll actually
Also, it's
count.
not Chase answering.
Correct. Nate
So-
is Nate. We
Alright,
are on the team
Nate?
now.
Okay, I thought we were gonna... Okay, it's Nate.
Okay, I got something.
Okay.
Does it have to deal with electronics?
Maybe.
That's a no.
That is a negative response.
That's definitely a no.
Is it something that you own?
Maybe.
Okay, that was an affirmative response. Take notes, Chase.
Question 3. Does it have to deal with the Transformers collection that you own, or just Transformers in general. We'll just go with Transformers in general.
Maybe.
That's a
That's a
no.
no.
That's a no.
Could you lift it with one finger? Like, just strength-wise, assuming you can balance it, could you lift it with one finger?
Maybe?
Inconclusive. I feel like that's somewhat affirmative.
Okay, so what do we know so far?
We know it's like
Not
perhaps
electronics.
moderately heavy. It's not electronic.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And Nate owns it? Did we say that?
Maybe.
Nate, do you own this?
Maybe.
That's yes.
That's a maybe. that's a sure maybe. That's question 5.
Okay, my turn. What is it? Furniture?
Maybe.
No.
Is it in this room?
Maybe.
Question 8.
Question 8. Also, you got to be a little bit more creative than that with your negative responses. Come on, Nate. You can't even speak because you can only say maybe. Oh, I'm getting to it. Was it an amiibo?
Maybe.
Okay, that's a foghorn.
No, that
Yeah.
was BK. Have it your way.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsor. Is it? I'm kind of. Is it a character? A noun? We'll go with a noun.
Maybe.
Gonna assume that's a no because he does lower tones when it's a no.
Is it something you use for schoolwork? Is it something you use while doing schoolwork?
Maybe.
Is it in your dorm?
Maybe.
Okay, so it's not in his dorm.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't use it while doing schoolwork. Not electronic.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ask if it's alive?
No, we have not.
Is it alive?
Maybe.
I don't think it's alive.
I think it is not
Okay.
alive.
Question 13. Is it related to music?
Maybe.
That's a yes.
Okay, is it a musical instrument?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Does it have to do with percussion?
Well, no, obviously it's a drum. You didn't answer that. That doesn't count. Ask if it's a drum. You don't have to ask if it has to do with percussion. Ask if it's a drum first.
Is it part of percussion?
Maybe.
I think so. I think that's also question 15.
Okay. Well, I think I can just assume that it's a drum because
You should ask.
Nate here is in fact a drummer.
So am I.
Is it a bass drum?
Maybe.
Is it a numbered bass drum?
Maybe.
Obviously.
Okay.
We've only got like 2 questions left.
Yes. I know.
You played
We
bass
have
one,
3.
right?
We have 3 questions left.
You played bass 1, right?
Yes, but in college he also plays bass 12.
Okay, but it's something that's not at the dorm, so presumably it's like something it is something he owns, but it's like at his like parents' house. So is it bass drum 1?
Maybe.
Is it bass drum 12?
Maybe.
It's a little higher, okay? It's not bass drum 12.
I'm the only non-percussionist here.
You're-
What
this
bass
is our
drum
last
higher than
question.
12?
11, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Those numbers
7.
are not higher than 12.
In terms of pitch, they are.
Well,
Okay, yeah, it's not a bass drum. It could be a concert bass. Okay, it's small.
okay, he's doing charades.
Okay,
for the audio listeners.
I think it is bass drum 7 or 6. I'm gonna assume 6. That would be my personal professional guess.
Okay, so if I get this wrong, it is Chase's fault. Is it bass drum 6?
Okay, what was the answer?
You were there. I wanted the term Big Daddy. Also known as bass drum 12, but I wanted specifically that term.
Okay, so we were right about bass drum 12.
Transitional audio.
Welcome to Hyper Hypotheticals, where we will ask what if to something that should never happen. What if lettuce was invisible?
Oh, we're doing that one today, are we?
We are doing what if lettuce was
This is an
invisible.
important topic in my daily life, as I eat lettuce, and if I couldn't find it, it would be a problem.
If lettuce was invisible the entire time, would we ever know that it was truly there? Like, would we know?
What defines lettuce? Is it...
Okay, so I feel like you're exploring the what too much and not the what are the implications. Because, okay, first of all, anyone who eats salad a lot, huge issue for them, especially if they have like some old lettuce sitting in the fridge. You just kind of have to like stick your hand in it to see if it's slimy or something, if you want to figure out if it's good or not. Second of all, people would be finding non-food usages for any invisible material.
Make an invisibility cloak, but it's just lettuce?
No. It wouldn't make you invisible. It's just you couldn't see the lettuce. Like magicians would be using it to have like invisible rope or something, but actually it's just a bunch of lettuce tied together. You know?
Would we be able to find the lettuce?
Well, yeah.
We can use our other senses. It's just
lettuce farmers
invisible.
would still be able to use it. You just couldn't see
It
it.
still produces a smell.
And like,
What smell is lettuce?
if you really
like,
needed to find it, you could just like pour a bunch of powdered sugar all over the place, and you could see the powdered sugar, and you would just have to wash off the lettuce.
Ways to
It'd be,
make
like,
lettuce
lost.
taste good.
Oh, also, not exactly relevant, but anyone who says lettuce doesn't have a taste is lying.
Lettuce also has a smell. It smells like green water.
You can smell different colors?
Like green as in like environmental. It smells like environmental water.
It does smell
Mhm.
and taste very environmental.
It's almost like it comes from the environment.
Okay, also, at the place we get our food, at the college, there's like you serve the lettuce yourself when you get like a burger or a burrito or something.
Correct.
But you wouldn't be able to know if there's any lettuce or not. So when they run out of lettuce, like you just have to like guess and see if there's lettuce there. But when they run out, everyone's just gonna like scoop and there's gonna be nothing there, and you're gonna look like an idiot. And then the person behind you is gonna see you looking like an idiot, and then they're gonna try to go for it themselves, and they're also gonna look like an idiot, but they're gonna be more of an idiot because they like could have known.
They should be members of the podcast then.
If
Exactly. Members of StuPod,
the stupid podcast.
Woo! Let's go to the StuPodCast.
If lettuce was truly invisible, I think we wouldn't actually be using lettuce on our burgers. We would probably be using like something like spinach, like those green little leaves, or something else. There would be some sort of alternative rather than lettuce.
I also feel like there would be a lot of scientific applications.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, how does the invisibility work? Like, is it just, like, completely transparent? Because it would still refract, unless it has the same, like, density as air, but then it would still refract in other mediums.
It always
Like, you
has
would
the
see it in
same
water.
refraction as light as air.
Yeah, but
or
how,
whatever it's in.
how does that work, though? Like, that would have scientific applications, I'm sure. Like,
Lettuce is
people would
cosmic.
have, like, contact lenses made of lettuce. It would be perfect.
Let's assume
If it's at the boundary between two transparent mediums, which medium does it take the refractive index of?
I think you mean let us assume.
And that'll go into our next transitional audio. Is what have we been watching lately? Nate and I have both seen the new Ant-Man movie, which has been bombing in reviews lately. Nate, do you think that movie deserves the negative response that it has been garnishing?
It did not feel like a Marvel movie, and I think that's to its credit. It felt more like a Star Wars movie,
Mm-hmm.
but
Like, What kind
not
of Star
bad.
Wars movie? Like the original Star Wars movies or the
The
newer Star Wars
prequel,
movies?
the newest newest
They
trilogy.
all have a different vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, it did not feel like the new trilogy, but it felt like it was trying to show us new worlds that through the magic of CGI. So it's a combination of the original trilogy, but with the CGI of the other stuff, but like better.
Spoiler warning. What did you think about MODOK and his CGI?
Other than that, it was pretty good.
Okay, yeah. The one scene where MODOK is being lifted out of like plasma, or like the pile of goo, it's pretty kind of weird. Yeah, it was. You could just his legs look like a butt. Something that I have been watching lately is a movie called Skinamarink, which is considered the scariest movie of all time, or at least of the last decade. And this movie, it's on Shudder if you want to go watch it. And
Heck.
Gazebo!
I know, just use the clip of me saying heck. You can use either of those 2 hecks. Or 3 now.
cut.
I got a movie for us though.
Okay, you're gonna talk about Son of Aladdin.
I'm gonna talk about Boozino. No, you talk about Boozino and the Snurks.
Okay.
Cut.
Okay, so we just had a cut because I didn't even know we were doing this segment. But anyways, there's a movie we all have watched.
I didn't get to talk about Skinamarink.
Too bad.
Well, that's too bad.
So, anyways, in our meeting.
Okay.
I think skipping Skinamarink is funny.
Okay, so we had another cut meeting. We decided we're just gonna skip Skinamarink. It's like a horror movie, but they don't talk. Like, it's just like security footage or something. I don't know. Sounds boring. Anyways, we're talking about Boozino and the Snurks. So, what is Boozino and the Snurks? Well, first we have to tell you how we found it. So we were trying to watch Son of Aladdin because they removed it from Netflix, as they do with every movie. And we found some weird other website that had it, I guess. It didn't have subtitles, and the movie's in Hindi, and it wasn't dubbed either. But anyways, that site also happened to have Boozino and the Snurks. Now, okay, so it starts off. It looks like it's like, you know, some, like, it's in the style of like a claymation fantasy show. It's like CGI and stuff, but like, anyways, there's, okay, Boo is the bronze, right? Okay.
No.
Boo is the brain. Yes. Okay, so Boo is a little nerd. That's it. He made like a suction cup crossbow at the intro scene. Who cares? Zeno is strong man, hero of the town. All the women love him for some reason.
He's incredibly sexist.
Yeah. He's not.
Prejudice.
Personality is not to his advantage. Anyways, and the Snurks are the like evil run-of-the-mill bad guys. Anyways, so the movie starts off, there's some, like, wacky racist thing, who cares? And then immediately after that, there's, like, this ball that sort of powers their universe, and it gets stolen by the evil man.
The ball is God.
Yeah, no, well, there's a couple different...
So there's, like, a space tube
Okay.
that sucks them into a different world.
No, they get stolen from TV world into Earth. Like, straight up just into Earth. All sorts of wacky hijinks ensue. They meet their creator. The Snurks think he's boring. Boo discusses the nature of free will with the creator, who's just the author of the TV show.
It's voiced by Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, by the way, Patrick Stewart was in this movie. He's the creator of their universe. And the antagonist, he uses his take things out of the TV technology. What does he do with that? You know, he doesn't, like, just, just summon a cure for cancer? No, who would do that? He wants to summon lava into everyone's house.
Because...
why does he want to destroy, like, everyone? Because the Boozino and the Snurks took his, like, spot on the ratings leaderboard. He ran, like, a science show.
It was like Bill Nye, but less charismatic or interesting.
Anyways, somehow he, with his, like, TV scientist degree, managed to invent a thing that can just make stuff real. Like you could literally just like write a book. And anyways, we've been talking too long about Boozino and the Snurks. I think the name probably tells you enough, and Patrick Stewart's in it.
What would you give it out of a rating of 0 to 10 Barack Obamas?
That's the thing. I don't know if it's a good movie or not. I haven't been able to figure it out. Like, normally you can tell if a movie is, like, good, bad, or average. I have not been able to tell. Because on the one hand, it's, like, silly, and Zeno is just, like, not a good protagonist. But on the other hand, it's,
It
like...
does have Zach.
Like, the plot and the storytelling is, like, actually really something. It's got Zach. He's pretty sexy. They
So-
know the Snurks.
So what that means is go watch it and go email us at StuPod, the stupid podcast, at gmail.com. No hyphens, just completely just one word. And also email us anything. So we're going to go play newly podcast host once more to round this out, but it's going to be me this time. I will be questioning you guys to see how well you get to know who I am and also let our listeners figure out a little bit about me. So we're going to start easy.
Okay, also, just a clarification. We changed the rules, like, every single question. Both of us have an answer, and once we have it in our heads, we raise our hand. Once both of our hands are up, then we call out the answer.
We're actually going to do a different rule. Sorry. Sorry, Jacob. Whoever raises their hand up first gets the answer, and if they get it right, they get the point. If they are wrong, it becomes 2 points, and the next person can answer it. And if they get it wrong again, no one gets a point. First person to 10 points wins. So we're going to start it off with a pretty...
What if we just get all of them wrong?
We'll continue... This
Hey,
podcast...
that was my plan.
This podcast would go on to the ends of the earth. Just, we'll never finish.
Or the hour Spotify limit.
Hey, okay, we want it to reach the ends of the earth. We want it to span across all of space, be known to every being, human or not.
And then go
We just
into
don't
the
want to go
real
over
world.
the hour Spotify limit.
After that little cut, we're going to start with our question 1. How many roommates have I had throughout my entire year in college? Yes, Jacob.
3.
3 is correct.
Not counting Larry.
Not counting Larry the hamster. We're going to do another pretty easy question. What is my favorite color? Yes,
I don't
Jacob.
know.
Okay, that brings us to 2 points. Nate, if you can get this question correct, you are up 2-1. If you
Like
can get
a turquoise teal color.
incorrect, you went too hard. It is just plain old blue. Just plain blue. Question number 3. I have a top 10 movie list. If you can name any movie within the top 10, you can get those amount of points. So if you get my number 1 movie, you get 10 points, which is just automatic win the game.
Okay.
Yes.
The Sneakalamerk, the one you were going to
Skinamarink.
talk about earlier. Skinamarink.
It is not on my top 10.
Dang.
Nate, do you have an answer?
Revenger's Perpetual Fight.
That is also not any on my top 10 list. Going once. Going twice. No one got that.
Age of Extinction.
Close. That was a close one. But no
Age of
cigar.
Ultron.
That is my favorite Avengers movie. But no.
Really?
Yes. I know no one likes it. But
No comment. Okay, I just want to see what this sounds like for later. We can cut this out, but... Okay, that's it.
Okay.
And we're back.
So with that little break, the next question is, what is my favorite band? Yes, Nate.
Blink-182.
Blink-182 is correct. It is 1-1. Next question, what is my favorite song by Blink-182? Bonus points if you can guess what album it is on. Yes, Nate.
It's like Anesthetic by on the Untitled album.
Pretty close. I'm going to give it to you. It is called Asthenia by Blink-182 on their Untitled album. Everyone should
Okay,
go
those
give it a
two
listen.
questions were like a bundled question, because you know how I am with, like, names of albums. Like, I was going to say your favorite band was Rubber Band.
Close enough. It is 3-1. I promise you, Jacob, this is a question that you should know. What is my major? Yes, Jacob?
Business. Or, no, it's accounting.
Nate.
Counting.
It is accounting. I'm going to just give no one a point because you said business first.
Yeah.
And business majors are whack. And I am one of them. Okay, next. What is my age? Nate.
18.
Correct. What is my birthday? Nate.
June 16th.
Correct. What is my social security number? Yes, Jacob.
3.
That is also correct. That brings us out to 10 points. Congratulations to Jacob for getting it. So if you need any of my information, my social security number is 3.
Just call him at his social security number.
Yes. Continuing on.
Okay, we're cutting out any like actual information, like his social security number. We're cutting that out.
Being 3? No, we're keeping that in.
No, that's his real social number. That's an example of a real information we're cutting out. But they came here for StuPod, the stupid podcast.
So what are some stupid thoughts that we've just had randomly?
Most of them probably.
Pretty much, but anything in Pacific?
Anything in Pacific?
Yeah, in specific.
How do you chuck an ocean into a whale?
Assuming that the whale is constant and does not move, I don't think I could pick up the ocean.
L. Skill issue.
Could you do it?
Yeah.
Do it.
We're not at the ocean.
We will drive to the
But, like,
ocean.
it's easy
Next
to pick up the
episode is at
ocean.
the ocean. Next episode is at the ocean.
You better not actually remember that and hold us accountable.
May or may not be actually located at the ocean.
We're at the ocean TM.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in to the StuPodCast.
The stupid podcast.
I've been Nate, Chase, and Jacob.
Jacob.
I've been all 3 people. It's only me, baby. I'm the best character.
It is only me.
We're gonna redo that outro. And that is a wrap.
Okay, wait, okay. We're leaving in the old outro. Like, the bad outro, we leave that in. That's just not the outro if you have stuff after it.
Yeah, we should have like another game right now.
Right now,
Yeah.
rock, paper, scissors. Everyone, right now.
It's
Okay.
an audio thing.
Yeah, no. We all just... Okay. I'll knock 3 times, and on the 4th one, which is shoot, we all just say the
Okay.
thing we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Scissors!
Damn, I lost. Okay, so it's between them. I'll
What'd you
officiate.
say?
Scissors?
You put rock.
No, I said scissors. I said paper.
Oh.
And I
Rock.
lost.
Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, paper.
Scissors.
Nate went undefeated with scissors. That will never happen again.
Thank you for tuning in to the StuPodCast.
Thank you for tuning in to StuPod, the stupid podcast.
Welcome back to the StuPod podcast. But we're not welcoming you back. We're welcoming you out.
Okay, I'm clicking the stop button.
But
right,
you
this
could.
button?
We know that you have a lot of choices
Click
when
the
it comes to
stop
podcasts, and you
Pause
chose
button.
wrong.
No.